Well, I just want to thank everyone on the call and all the people who are doing the work to stop this. It's particularly distressing to hear that the Irish government is heading down this road, especially from someone who's experienced the oil and gas industry firsthand for the last decade. The one thing I could say to you as you make this decision, and which has been borne out over and over again, is that the oil and gas industry are just a bunch of it's like a syndicated crime group. They everywhere they go, they lie, they obfuscate, they diminish the harms and build up the economic gains. The harms are greater, the economic gains are always less. And what you see happening again and again is they come into an area, trash it, and then leave, and you're stuck with the bill. And Ireland's about to go down this road at a moment when the rest of the world is transitioning away from these fossil fuels. But I want to speak particularly about the harm you're doing to your brothers and sisters here in America. The one thing that we all have come to realize is climate change is a global issue, and that what you do there affects us here. That all the boundaries and ideas of a country and a city or a state are all obliterated in the face of climate change. But I've been in the places, first of all, there is no such thing as gas coming out of America that isn't fracked. So I don't care what they're telling you. The fact of the matter is the only way we're getting gas out of America now is by fracking. The reason we're having a boom in natural gas in America is because of fracking. And I have been to the communities that you guys will be extracting from, and you are literally killing people and you're poisoning people. And it's not going to be looked upon kindly. You are creating what the oil and gas industry themselves call sacrificial zones, where they're sacrificial human beings to bring you the gas that you believe you need for a quick fix that isn't going to fix the long-term problems of energy. And lastly, you're sending all of your energy dollars outside of the continent of Ireland and outside of the continent of Europe. And if you're really grounding this in economic issues, why would you be sending all of your energy money outside of your country when you could be keeping that money in your country by creating your own energy through the approved climate safe ventures such as wind, water, and sun? This is an opportunity for Ireland to become truly energy independent. You can't talk about energy independence and energy security when you're importing natural gas from an area of poor people that are suffering and being harmed, that's in a totally another country, a whole ocean away. And so I implore you to think for the future, think for the children, think for the people who are immediately being harmed here in the United States, and do the right thing here. Ireland has been a beacon of intelligence and rationale around this issue, and you're about to completely hypocritically move into creating an LNG gas pipeline and infrastructure in the face of banning fracking and saying you did it for the right reason. So give us a hand over here. We'll keep giving you a hand over there. We're no longer separated by our borders. We have to look out for each other. And the Irish people have always been so thoughtful and so courageous, and have earned that through the fights and struggles that your people have made. You know what it's like to be at the receiving end of a system that's unfair and looks at you as sacrificial. And that's what you're doing to America, and you're doing to Pennsylvania and many other parts of America if you take on this kind of system. And that's the end of my comments. I want to thank everyone for being here. Well, many of my friends who we worked with on to ban fracking are involved with this, and I worked very close with Julia Walsh over the past decade. And I just see, you know, I've been fighting against fracking and fossil fuels for the past decade, and I have been pushing renewable energy, and the two go hand in hand. I only got a automatic response saying that he had received the letter, but I have had no communication. Although I'm open to a greater discussion if he's willing to get on the phone.
Okay, thanks very much.
Obviously made a very good point that you visited these communities in Pennsylvania, and as you know, we're a very small country, and I wondered what you think the Irish government should be doing to make us more aware of the fact that our actions can have these consequences thousands of miles away in massive countries like America.
Well, I mean, one thing that's always been very effective is just to come and tour the places where this devastation is ongoing. The other way is there's so many people who are on the receiving end of this in the United States who have spoken out and who have testified to their woes and their troubles. There's a human dimension to all this, and it's something that is never taken into account when you hear it from the oil and gas industry. I can't reiterate enough to you how much this industry lies. And they will say anything and do anything and obfuscate anything in order to get what they want. We saw it time and time again. I mean, I don't want to, it's terrible that I have to remind everyone here. The fact of the matter is they've known about climate change for 70 years, for 50 years. Mm-hmm. They knew that that water was being contaminated, and the air was being contaminated, the land was being contaminated by fracking here in New York and Pennsylvania for 10 years, and they lied and said that it was never happening. There's almost nothing that comes out of this industry's mouth or PR system that's true, and there's plenty of evidence. You could see anywhere, look anywhere, and see that that's actually true. Mm-hmm. But come and visit. You know, come and listen to the people. We could get people to testify there. We'll bring our people to you. Mm-hmm. You okay. know, yeah, there's no reason to rush this. Yeah, sure. Yes. So I would say this: it's going to take you 2 years to build this. Okay. In that time, you could actually start building out solar, and you could start building out wind projects that will employ so many more people, that will keep your energy dollars in your own country instead of sending them away to the United States. And it will give you energy security. So there's ways to go about this that aren't just simply importing natural gas from the whole ocean away. When you think about it, it's ridiculous that you would think that would give you energy security, because all that has to happen is one major storm, or a country as craven as the United States is becoming these days to just say, hey, you know what? It's not in our security interest to send it to you. And so you're at the whim of the United States, which is increasingly becoming more and more unstable and unreliable on the world stage. And so I would say, if you're serious about energy security, then you do it in your country with the resources that you already have available to you that are falling down all around you every single day.
Okay.
Thanks, Mark.
Thanks very much.